Conserve and sustainably use the oceans, seas, and marine resources for sustainable development.
So, good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Now we'll be talking about the SDG number 14, or the Sustainable Development Goal number 14, which is all to do with supporting life below water. But before that, allow us to introduce ourselves first. So, I am Jovi Suson.
And I am Floresa Marceliones.
I am Rustin L. Grabansol.
The world, are we all blinded by trash that's lived and swirled with nothing left but us to be concerned? The sea and life, it lacks has been in the soliloquy earlier. We hope that we never reach the point where everything is too late. Today, we'll be tackling the 14th Sustainable Development Goal, the life below water. Where there is life in the terrestrial biome, there is also life in the aquatic biome, where we never thought the possibility that our actions here on dry land penetrates the wide oceans, and this is the SDG number 14, life below water. We have to know what it pertains to. According to the United Nations, the Sustainable Development Goal number 14, or entitled Life Below Water, refers to the effects of or actions in aquatic life that we may or may not be aware of. Such actions include water pollutions, improper waste management, and ignorance on our part.
Why is life below water a global goal? The world's ocean plays an essential part in human survival. Without water, life is impossible. Because oceans are our planet's life support, as they provide water, food, and help regulate the weather. Oceans also provide jobs for more than 3 billion people who depend on marine biodiversity for their livelihood. So, why we should care? We must take care of our oceans to keep the water clean and clear, and many marine life.
A life below water aim. SDG 14 aims to reduce all marine pollution by 2025 and to conserve marine and coastal ecosystem. So, SDG 14 aims to protect and ensure the sustainable uses of oceans. This includes the reductions of marine pollutions and the impacts of the ocean acidifications, the ending of overfishing, and the conservation of marine and coastal areas and ecosystem. SDG 14 has strong interdependencies with a broad range of other SDGs, as ocean sustains coastal economics and livelihoods, contribute to the food productions, and function as a carbon sink. What are the main problems of life below water? Our oceans have never been more threatened. The great challenges of overfishing, climate change, pollutions, and habitat loss have taken a terrible toll, jeopardizing vital fish stocks and the lives and livelihoods of the hundreds of millions who depend on them. So, pollution poses this greatest threat to our planet and the lives of future generations. Do you ever ask yourself where all the plastic bottles and bags go after you use them? Every year, and estimated 5 to 12 million metric tons of plastic enter the oceans. Carbon emission pursued by human activities like driving cars are causing the oceans to warm and increase the acid level in the water. This is extremely bad for animals and organisms that live in the sea, as the acid can break the organism shells and damage coral reefs. So muna guys, di tayo magpatakag labas sa itong mga basura, labi na gid sa madagat, kay kung makakaon og mga plastics ang mga fish, muna siya ang reason nga mamatay. And also ang kanang kita ang reason nga na magubang coral reef tungod sa pag-abusar sa nato sa atong kalibutan. Like na pagsunog sa mga plastic, makakusin siya sa atong Mother Earth. Muna kung mabot man, kung naman ganyan mabot nga bagyo, super kakusog, then muna makusog ang balod. The reason why nga, maguba ang coral reef, which is muna siyang pulanan sa mga isda.
So how can we protect life below water? Targets or indicators. So everyone can help to make sure that we meet the global goals. But nami diri target napuka targets no. So let's start sa target 14.1, which is the reduce marine pollution. So by 2025, prevent and significantly reduce marine pollution of all kinds. In particular sa mga from land-based activities, including marine debris and nutrient pollutions. Marine pollution is a combinations of chemicals and trash, most of which comes from land sources and is washed or blown into the oceans. This pollution results in damage to the environment, to the health of all organisms, and to economic structures worldwide. Target 14.2, which is the protect and restore ecosystems. Sustainably manage and protect marine and coastal ecosystems to avoid significant adverse impacts, including by strengthening the resilience and take actions for the restoration in order to achieve healthy and productive oceans. Planting trees reduces carbon dioxide, which of course takes some health of the ocean. This increase in temperature is causing massive devastation to our ocean's ecosystems. Trees reduce the amount of stormwater runoff, which reduces erosions and pollution in our waterways and may reduce the effects of flooding. Target 14.3, reduce ocean acidification. So, minimize and address the impacts of ocean acidifications, including through enhanced scientific cooperation to all levels. Ocean acidification refers to reductions of the ocean over an extended period of time, caused primarily by uptake of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Ocean acidification reduces the amount of carbonate, a key building block in seawater. This makes it more difficult for marine organisms, such as coral, to form their shells and skeletons, and existing shells may begin to dissolve. So, unsa man day ang mga main causes of ocean acidification? So, first na diri ang burning of fossil fuels, such as coal, oil, and gas for human industry. So, the most effective way to limit the ocean acidification is to act on climate change, implementing solutions to dramatically reduce the use of fossil fuels. Target 14.4, which is the sustainable fishing. So, unsa din yung sustainable fishing? So, it means fishing in a responsible way that prevents overfishing and makaminimize sa mga bycatch and maintains marine biodiversity. Effectively regulate harvesting and end overfishing, illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, and destructive fishing practices, and implement science-based management plans in order to restore fish stocks in the shortest time feasible, at least to levels that can produce maximum sustainable yield as determined by their biological characteristics. Target 14.5, conserve coastal and marine areas. Conserve at least 10% of coastal and marine areas consistent with national and international law and based of the best available scientific information. Target 14.6, end subsidies contributing to overfishing. Prohibit certain forms of fisheries subsidies which contribute to the overcapacity and overfishing. Eliminate subsidies that contribute to illegal, also unreported and unregulated fishing, and refrain from introducing new such subsidies, recognizing that appropriate and effective special and differential treatment for developing and less developed countries should be an integral part of the World Trade Organization fisheries subsidies negotiation. Target 14.7, which is the increase the economic benefits from sustainable use of marine resources. So by 2030, increase the economic benefits to small island developing states and less developed countries from the sustainable use of marine resources, including through sustainable management of fisheries, aquaculture, and tourism. Target 14.8, increase scientific knowledge, research, and technology for ocean health. Dapat lang dyan no, cause it can help us to understand how we are affecting and being affected by changes in Earth's environment, including changes in weather and climate. Increase scientific knowledge and develop research capacity and transfer marine technology, taking into account the Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission criteria and guidelines on the transfer of marine technology in order to improve ocean health and to enhance the contribution of marine biodiversity to the development of developing countries, in particular no sa mga gagmayng island, sa mga developing states, and less developed countries. Target 14.9, support small-scale fisheries. Provide access for small-scale fisheries or artisanal fishers to marine resources and markets. So many small scale fishers no are mga self-employed and usually provide fish for direct consumption within their households or communities. Also, donating to an organization or association that works directly with the fishermen is a great way to support them because it takes all of us working together to ensure a thriving future for fishermen, their industry, and their environment. Then, the last target, which is the target 14.10, implement and enforce international sea law. So, ang international sea law that I know is a body of customs, treaties, and international agreements by which governments maintain order, productivity, and peaceful relations of the sea. Enhance the conservation and sustainable use of oceans and their resources by implementing international law as reflected in the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, which provides sa mga legal framework for the conservation and sustainable use of oceans and their resources, and to ensuring the security and safety of the oceans for all to use for trade.
Can you imagine a world without ocean to swim in and explore?
Oceans are home to seahorses, dolphins, whales, corals, and many other living creatures.
Oceans are our planet's life support as they provide water, food, and help regulate the weather.
Oceans are also provide jobs for more than 3 million people who depend on marine biodiversity of their livelihood.
If we do not stop polluting oceans, there will be severe problems that affect every person and living creature in the planet.
That's why all of us needs to help to protect our seas.